This is Brian, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X. We are going to be doing some Don Tomberry fighting. But I have one other thing that I thought of. I was working on trying to get Fafnir for trying to get auto protect on people. But there's another enemy you can fight to also farm your spheres. I remembered Fafnir dropping where you could get 40 items with an overkill. But this guy, Kotos, you can get that with him too. So let's see if I can handle him any better. Probably still gonna be pretty tough. I would imagine the first hit isn't going to kill him, so let's just do that. Okay. Another thing I need to make sure I do, though, is I want to extract mana from him. I don't know if that counts. I'm going to guess that it doesn't. Is Titus the only one that has extract mana? Well, maybe. Let's just keep going and let Titus try it again. If he misses again, or if I kill him off before that, we'll just see if it gets for him anyway. If it gets what I want. And I need to remember to try to keep Wakka's HP up so he actually gets a good hit in. Yeah, Titus has all the extract abilities. Maybe I just missed it in Wakka's, maybe he hasn't. That one certainly landed though. God dang it. Yeah, this certainly doesn't seem like it's a very viable option at this point either. Stop picking on Wakka. I think the attack rails, even without the full health, should still be good enough. I guess I'll find out. Yeah, it still affected it though. So I guess until I get his strength up higher, I do need to try to make sure I keep him in max HP for those big attacks. And then we got 40 mana spheres then. Normally he drops like a healing spring or something like that, I think. Nothing that I'm really that worried about picking up right now. If I find a reason that I want him later on, you can always come back and farm him for them. Actually, before I forget to do it, again, let me just max out my Phoenix Downs. Everything else should be fine. Yeah, I'm still holding off on picking those up since they're so expensive. And we're not at the point where I'm really worried about doing that yet. Let's get this set up though. We're Don Tomberry now. I might as well put Kamari and Riku in, I think, because they have the weapons already. Okay. Overdrive mode. I think we should still be fine with this group. Of course, worst case scenario is we're out that 8,000 gil. So yeah, it's probably going to be a fairly sphere grid heavy episode here. At least for a little while. We'll have to see how long it takes me to get things built up the way I want. And this will be a little faster because Riku at least has the auto Phoenix. At least save some menuing time that way. Yes, he is maxing out the damage on Wakka here now. And since I already had the auto haste on Wakka, I think I'm actually getting more rounds in here than I was before. Even though we had an ambush. Just don't remember exactly how close he gets before he stops walking forward. I'll do at least one more. That's probably good enough. We'll see what we've won. Yeah, Kamari was quite a bit behind. I'm trying to think, is there any particular reason for that? He got about half of what Riku had, it seems like. Well, half of what Wakka had, I guess. Yeah, he's got the same setup. I think it depends on HP a little bit too and some other things, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that 48's bad, certainly. It would still take only 2 fights to get him maxed out, basically. I'm going to hold off on the other characters. At least until I'm sure that I've moved Wakka as far as I can, just so I don't run out of spheres. We're gonna make sure we use those strength spheres up, though. I don't suppose it's anywhere near necessary to do it, but I always tend to go for strength first. I suppose just because as long as you're fighting enemies that you can hit to begin with, then that just means you have fewer rounds that you have to use to take them out. did kind of want to hold off on using more of these until I know where we're going to be at by the time he finishes the grid, so I think I will just leave these nodes empty for now. We'll have to make a couple of trips back across the grid anyway, the way I do it. But when you can get up to 99 spheres, it's really not too bad, especially when you're backtracking, and then you can use 4 grids for every sphere level. I mean, you can move 4 nodes for every level after you've been down the path already. When it's backtracking, so it doesn't take that much. Because the first trip around, I just unlock everything. Take care of all of the level 1, 2, and 3 and 4 locks. The second trip, I just worry about filling in all the empty nodes. And then on the third trip, we see what we have left to go to max out stats, and then we start clearing some of the 1s and filling them in with 4s as we go. Not necessarily for that same attribute, but yeah, just getting rid of 1s and making it a little more economically sufficient. Or efficient, I guess. Where do we want to go from here? I guess this is a dead end there. Really notice that right off there, but also I should kind of pay attention. Okay, I was at like 140 strength then to begin with this round, so we'll see where he's at by the time I get done with all 73 that I have left here. And, sorry, wasn't trying to exit out there. And I guess if you don't plan on using a break HP limit, you can always get rid of some of the HP spheres as well. Because there's certainly more than you need. Okay, there's another level 2 gone. We'll see if I have to stop to get some more strength or power spheres. Now it's kind of looking like that's the next one that's going to run out. Couple of choices. I think we'll go over here. Good variety of things here. And you know, I guess if there's an isolated Like if I drop something in somebody else's grid and Wakka had already been there, I'm not going to worry about that too much until he gets his next trip through the grid. A lot of 4s here. I don't remember if those were originally like that or if I dropped them on somebody else's trip through. I think for now we'll stick more to the right-hand side here, maybe. Shell and protect. Not too worried about that. We'll work on getting auto protect on everybody, so that won't matter. And shell, well, only against the certain enemies that would be using magic. Yeah, down to single digits for the power. And there's the reflect. Okay, this will reconnect him here. I could keep going up that way and do that, but I think I'll come back to here and continue up around that way. See how many I have left after I get to there. I'll still have 16. Another ability coming up here. Well, that's a little better for his healing. Maybe I can use that instead of Kiraga if his magic is high enough. Although I guess the MP isn't really the issue I've been having. Another level 2 to break. Didn't mean to move it quite that far. Don't need to. That is a level 4 strength at least. And this is as far as we go. Okay, so we started out, it was up here somewhere, right? So we made it all the way down around here. Filled in some of this and back up through here. Yeah, still gonna take several trips through the Downtown. What about stats? Where are we at? So I was at like 140 for strength, I thought. I kind of had to guess because I wasn't paying attention to start. And we're up to 168, so about 30. And overall, getting everything up fairly high. Almost all at 100 except for the evasion and the accuracy, and then the luck, well, we're not working on that yet. I'm gonna need more strength spheres anyway. So let's just take another shot at Kodos, and we'll kind of gauge how far Wakka's come by doing that as well. Yeah, I actually better go out and let Wakka's overdrive fill up, because in case I really need that, I don't want to make it take longer than necessary. Yeah, actually, come to think of it, should probably just fill it up and use the attack reels right away anyway. That way it'll only take the one hit, and or the, well, you know, 12 hits, but one attack and it'll be over. Keep things moving a little faster that way. Yeah. Still got that capture weapon on Titus. And if you weren't watching when I had decided to do that, it's because I also had initiative on it. Or was it first strike? Dang it. Keep getting those messed up. First strike. Okay, yeah. I keep accidentally doing that too. Yeah, we'll just skip to Wakka, and as long as I don't mess up the attack reels, we'll just take him out in one go here, I think. Are we gonna max out on damage? Not quite even yet. Oh, this is enough. Yeah, okay. Oh, but I forgot to... Damn it. Yeah, we get the healing springs because I forgot to use the extract power on him. Okay, let's fill up the overdrive again. He only needs one of them, so I can still have Titus attack too. And Orin for that matter.
Take that.
And I guess I'm getting a few spheres for fighting these enemies out here. Thought I could use R2 or to scroll down on my list, but it just changes your view of the turn order. I think I'm just going to see if I can just use the item here instead of attacking him, because then maybe he won't do the counterattack. At least that's the thought here, because this should do the same thing. Oh, he still counters that too. I got enough turns. It's fine. We'll let Wakka heal himself, and then he'll do attack reels on the next turn. Yeah, after you get used to the timing on that, it's not too bad to hit attack reels. Now, it might take you a few tries to get going and get used to using it, but after you got it down, really not too bad. There we go. Also want to see how much some of that stuff we've been picking up is worth. Probably not too much. Yeah, that's just an HP boost. Counterattack and magic counter isn't bad on a weapon, but we already have stuff like that or better. So I don't think I'll hold on to that. Good money though. Let's go ahead and set up for the Don Tonberry again. And I guess, since they're the only ones that can really benefit too much from it, I'll still put Kamari and Riku in. Now, if they both get maxed out after this fight, then I won't worry about putting them back in again. But since they have the ability to rack it up, I'll take it. I think I did everything. Kind of second guessing myself in Gunshine now that I messed up the Kodos fight there and didn't do the power break on him. Yeah. Keep count of how many times I'm having Wakka hit him too. And I did 2 so far, so here's 3. Let's maybe just stop after 5 and see how much that gave us. One more. also get pretty easy to use up your Phoenix Downs on this, but just gotta remember to check once in a while to see where you're at. They're certainly cheap enough, I'm not really worried about that. Oh god, dang it. I did really screw it up, didn't I? I didn't put Wakka's weapon on. Well, there you go, folks. Mari doesn't need any more. So I think I'll just put my main 3 in here. They don't have the weapon for it yet, but we'll see what they get for just getting regular AP from the fight. I don't know if it counted for Titus since I brought him into Flea. I don't think he got anything really from the fight. But now if they sit there and just defend, hopefully it'll be worth something. And I did see, I'm pretty sure there that Kamari got to 99 levels. So that would mean that 5 was enough to get him at least half of what he needed. So I'm going to assume here that we're still going to be good with that. So I'm just going to go for 5 again. Yeah, I thought something was looking different, I guess, in the middle of that fight. I was thinking, oh yeah, we're hitting pretty good for that 99,000, but it didn't even really dawn on me until he didn't get the AP. I was like, no, he shouldn't be hitting for that. It's the right weapon, should max out at 9,999. Now I'm not 100% sure if that was 4 or 5. We'll just do one more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess they don't get any AP because we didn't defeat the enemy. So, yeah, fleeing from it won't get you any of that. But with the trick with converting your overdrive to HP, that's where we're getting it from, so... yeah, good enough. See how far I can get now. Because I have an option already. Yeah, I'd kind of said I was going to stick going up first, so I think I'll still go with that. Well, this one kind of moves off oddly. This was the beginning of Riku's, I guess. He can finally steal. Guess let's go up into this first. And now I know that strength started at 168. We'll see where it ends up after this. 99 levels are down. Another level 2 lock. I guess let's just go and finish this off, and then I'll backtrack and go up this way. Yeah, it's kind of an odd section for this node where it comes and has the dead end here in the middle. Or no, it's not. Okay, yeah, that's right. I just decided to take the other route. Some of these, when his name shows up there, you can't always see the route, and it looks like it's a dead end. I think that's what happened to me there right now. How much are we going to lose for backtracking? Shouldn't be too bad. No, not bad at all. Gotta be about the last level 1 lock that's left on the board, probably. If not, it's gotta be close to it. Ooh, strength +1. Yeah, this just comes back down to that. I think we'll take the outer ring here first. There's one of the level 4s I still have to unlock. Gonna have enough speed spheres. Hopefully. Okay, that stuff's already unlocked. Except for just this little bit up here, so we're gonna come up around to this. I guess I didn't realize that one's gonna be a dead end here when I went by before. I think that was the last level 4, at least if I counted correctly before. Because I thought I was going to have one left and not have to farm for any more of them. And that gives me copycat. So I think originally that's supposed to be a Riku skill. Is this like the end of her? It might be Kamari. It might be Kamari too, though. Although, yeah, the way they handle his in the original Sphere Grid is that he doesn't really have much of his own. He kind of branches out into other people's. So it must be a Riku move. I think I'm gonna go over here and go back up to the right to finish that one off. Yeah, and there's the first haste. There's extract speed. And he finally has Flee now. I've had that on Orin and Titus for quite a while. And I guess let's just go pick this up. And I guess I should probably go down here and get full break because that's going to be a dead end. So we'll keep moving over here. Okay. It's starting to get fuller. Maybe only 2 more. Yeah, I bet I can finish it off in 2 more Don Tomberry fights. 1 should probably get pretty close, but I don't think that'll quite do it. Just to kind of break up the monotony of doing that, though. I think we're gonna finish off today with just doing more one-eye fights to try to get the other weapons I need for maxing out my stats and levels. And as long as I keep my... As long as I keep my overdrive mode set the same. I'll try to stop every time I get Wakka filled up. And we'll go fight Kodos to refill my spheres, I suppose. Do I have it set right? No. That was for Don Tomberry, but for this, I think Slayer was best because that way he has to just kill 2 enemies and it's filled up. Picking the wrong one. Speed this time. And yes, go ahead. Take Titus down. See if I care. I'm probably going to mess that up some of these times, too. Haven't been too bad so far today, though. I think I messed it up the first time I tried it, but after that, kind of been locked in on it. No, that's the kind of shit that makes you mess it up, though, right? Saying stuff like that. I just wanted to check where we're at on the spheres. You know, while I'm doing this, I guess let's move him a little bit. Alright, let's go for another batch of speed. And 1 ability should be fine, and 2 powers and 2 manas, I think. That'll get us built back up to the point that I don't have to stop and farm for him for a little while, I think. But next we'll do another one-eye to fill up Wakka's overdrive. Man, it's preemptive even. I don't want to get too many hits for Titus and Orin, because I'd rather Wakka be the one to finish it off so I can get the overdrive and the overkill. Not that I'm too worried about getting double the items, I guess, but more dark matter the better if they do drop. Yeah. That's 3 in a row without getting a weapon here, though. not Orin. One thing I realized is that I didn't stop to look at stats for Wakka after I was done with that last round. Let's check that out quick. Alright, so only went up from 168 to 182 on strength. So yeah, that wasn't the best, but he's going over like some of Titus's early stuff. So a lot of the nodes I was getting even were only like 1 or 2 points. That kind of makes sense. Evasion did get up over 100. Yeah, magic defense is... I think it's going to pretty easily be over 200 at least by the time he's done. Another one eye. What I'd really like is to be able to get Orin going on his sphere grid. So I can get him doing at least, you know, 99,000 damage, even if he's just doing the one hit, so him and Wakka can take some of these weaker guys out pretty quickly that way. Yeah, another one for Wakka. And I said the next one I wanted to do here was the ability, I think. I just want one of those. This is an ambush, but I don't... With the turns we're getting, that doesn't look like it'll matter. Still rolling. Maybe I should try it on Fafnir next time and see if I can take him out. As long as I don't stop to check stuff in the menu, these go pretty quickly. Yeah, I still don't trust the ambush with that guy. If I could trust Wakka and Orin to both be able to do max damage, I could probably... Well, no, we already have auto haste, and Wakka still wasn't going to get a turn before the enemy. Dark Matter and Painkiller. I think that is the one for Orin. That's either Titus or Orin. Let's check it out. Yes, there we go. Yeah, another one of those counterattack ones that must have been from Kodos. Wasn't really paying too much attention. Okay. First things first. And then, since I would have to farm for winning formulas, I had said, yeah, I'm probably going to use double overdrive for a few of the people. And that makes it into a dragon killer. So he won't go quite as fast, but it'll still be fast enough for my purposes. Those fights don't take that long anyway. Just got to use a few Phoenix Downs up. Let's sell off the stuff I don't want so I can rearrange things again. Where were we at? There we go. Okay, now I do have the overdrive built up, so let's see if we can take Fafnir down with a set of attack reels. Wakka gonna get a turn in? No. Alright, if he just does his charge. Yeah, that's good enough. I could take that. And I know I didn't use an extract on him, but I actually want the drop he's going to give me if we can actually take him out. Oh yeah, no problem now. 40 light curtains. I think I need another 40 though, yeah. Let me actually check that out before I waste a fight here. Want to do Wakka's first. Just gonna keep souping him up about as much as I can. Auto protect. Nope, not enough yet. So, yeah, another 40 will take it. Technically, it'd be up to like 109, so I am going to waste 10 of them. But that's fine. Let's just do that yet here and customize that armor, I think, and we'll probably call it there for today. Because that way in some of these other fights also, it'll increase Wakka's chances of surviving because they'll only hit him for half the amount. And plus his defense is getting pretty high at this point too, so just even less things to worry about. Hope this is still enough to take him out. Because the last time I did actually hit him with Titus once, I would not expect that his HP was that close to... Yeah, okay. No big deal. Wakka's probably about at the point now that he can take out most of these other enemies with the attack reels. And it is pretty quick to build it up again. Miracle comeback indeed. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and we'll call it there for today. What do we want to do next now? Probably fight a little bit more against One Eye to start out, so that I can continue fighting either Kodos or Fafnir at this point. I don't really care. And get the rest of those spirits built up before I do more Don Tonberry. Plus, I guess I should just go ahead and get Fafnir's curtains and finish getting auto protect on Titus and Orin while I'm at it. Yeah, so we'll start out with that, I guess, before I do more Don Tonberry, so that'll take a little bit. But not too long if I can keep getting them in one hit and not messing up the attack rails. That's the plan. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow. And we'll catch you next time.